Back to the daily grind, and shout out to the full-time patrons. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
What is up, full-time family? Mark Hunt has stepped in for Fabricio Werdum versus Alexey Oleinik in the main event of UFC Moscow. This was reported by Ariel Helwani. He said the fight was finalized about 2 hours ago. But before that, it was just reported and in the works. As we know, Fabricio Werdum recently tested positive by USADA. He was notified of a potential doping violation, so he was pulled out of the main event of this fight until he can get that cleared up. So Alexey Oleinik needed a new opponent for this fight. Now, there's an interesting, little background behind Fabricio Werdum and Mark Hunt, and just Mark Hunt in general. Someone pointed out, I think I saw the stat, 13 out of 20 Mark Hunt's last 25 opponents have tested positive. Mark Hunt's a guy that's notoriously against steroids. He's spoken out against it. He's even currently going through a lawsuit still, I believe, with the UFC and Brock Lesnar behind the UFC 200 debacle, where at UFC 200, Mark Hunt fought Brock Lesnar, and afterward, Brock Lesnar tested positive for banned substances. So Mark Hunt went into a lawsuit with him in the UFC. So Mark Hunt's really a guy that speaks out against steroids and stuff like that. So now Fabricio Werdum is also a guy Mark Hunt has got into it with in the past. Not about steroids, just back and forth. Mark Hunt called him a chicken shit, said he didn't want to fight him and stuff like that, even though Fabricio and Mark Hunt had already fought in the past. But check this out. Mark Hunt was pulled out of his main event fight versus, not Alexander Volkov, versus Marcin Tybura, I believe in Sydney, right? Because Mark Hunt did an interview where he talked about it seemed like some concussion symptoms. So the UFC pulled him out of the fight, and Fabricio Werdum replaced him. Now Fabricio Werdum's getting pulled out of a fight, and Mark Hunt's replacing him. So maybe these guys, I wonder if either one of them think oh, he's taking my fight. I wonder if Mark Hunt considered, because he already didn't like Fabricio before it happened to be Fabricio Werdum who just so happened to replace him in that fight. Now he's kind of getting that one back on Fabricio if he takes the fight, which it looks like he has. So yeah, that Mark Hunt Fabricio Werdum rivalry is just something, something interesting going on there. Maybe we will get to see that rematch. Fabricio Werdum won the first fight, I believe, but he's been a little reluctant to go for the rematch, it seems. So maybe if Mark Hunt can get a win here over Alexey Oleinik on enemy territory in Moscow, Mark Hunt will call out Fabricio, or not call him out, but maybe he'll still be aiming for that Fabricio rematch. We shall see. But of course, Fabricio is going to have to get his USADA situation cleared up. As far as this matchup, though, it can be a fun fight. We're going to have to see if Alexey Oleinik can get Mark Hunt to the ground. Maybe he's going to pull fucking Ezekiel choke, standing Ezekiel choke Mark Hunt like he did his last opponent, Junior Albini. Although Mark Hunt is no Junior Albini, Alexey Oleinik is just a guy that Ezekiel chokes everybody. If he can get you in the position, he'll lock it up standing and fall backward and submit you that way. So Alexey Oleinik should definitely have the advantage if the fight goes to the ground, but he's going to have to be able to get the fight to the ground. Mark Hunt, of course, is a knockout artist. He can turn this fight into a slugfest if need be. That's probably going to be his game plan, coming here, going for the KO. So it's going to be a fun fight to main event UFC Moscow, and it looks like it's finalized. So let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. And now, full-time family, everybody else, this isn't about the news anymore. This is just about, this video might look a little different because I'm trying to, somebody showed me how to get this new video editing program for free, right? So I've been transferring my shit over to my old laptop and using a really old video editing thing just to make the YouTube videos. But so this new one, I'm trying to get rid of the black bars on the side. So you might not see black bars on the side of this video. Probably still did for the intro, but I mean, if this actually worked, then I'm going to be figuring a lot of stuff out in the coming days. So that's just dope, new stuff coming for the channel. But yeah, I'm going to be learning a whole new little video editing program. So might slow down a little if this works. So with that being said, man, thanks for checking this video out. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I'm out. And as always, thanks for checking out this video. If you want to join the notification gang, make sure you hit subscribe and also hit the bell next to it so you're notified every time I upload a video. And if you want to help this channel reach its full potential, consider hitting the PayPal link in the description or going to patreon.com/fulltimemma and becoming a patron. I'm out.